Are the Miami Dolphins about to make the most painful yet necessary decision of their franchise's recent history? Here we are, standing at the crossroads of what could be the end of an era in South Beach. Tyreek Hill, the lightning bolt that was, supposed to electrify Miami's offense into Super Bowl contention, might be packing his bags sooner than anyone expected. And honestly, it might be the smartest move this organization could make right now. Let's be brutally honest about where we stand. The Cheetah, as we've come to know and love him, is no longer the unstoppable force that terrorized defenses across the league. At 31 years old, Hill just wrapped up his first sub-1,000-yard season since 2019. That's not just a statistical blip, that's a red flag waving in hurricane-force winds. Seth Walder from ESPN dropped a bombshell this weekend that has Dolphins nation buzzing, and not in a good way. He's predicting that if Miami's season goes south quickly, and let's face it, it very well could, trading Hill mid-season becomes not just an option, but a necessity. The logic is cold, calculated, and unfortunately, it makes perfect sense. Think about it for a moment. We're looking at a player whose value is directly tied to his age-defying speed, and Father Time has never lost a race. Hill's contract situation creates a natural exit ramp after this season, though teams could theoretically keep him through 2026. But here's the kicker. Do the Dolphins really want to be paying premium dollars for a receiver who struggled mightily when Tua Tagovailoa went down with injury? That's the elephant in the room nobody wants to acknowledge. When Tua was sidelined, Hill didn't just struggle, he practically disappeared. For a player making superstar money, that level of quarterback dependency is terrifying. It exposes a fundamental flaw in Miami's offensive philosophy and raises serious questions about whether Hill can still be the game-changing weapon they traded for. The trade rumors have been swirling all off-season like a Category 5 storm, and they haven't dissipated because there's substance behind them. NFL insiders aren't just throwing darts at a board here. They're seeing the same writing on the wall that smart front offices across the league are reading. Wide receiver has become the classic mid-season trade position in today's NFL. It's not quite the feeding frenzy we see in baseball or basketball, but there's always a contending team willing to mortgage their future for that one missing piece. Hill's blazing speed, even if it's lost a step, still represents a weapon that could transform a good offense into a devastating one. Imagine Hill on a team like Kansas City. Oh wait, we've seen that movie already, and it ended with a Super Bowl ring. Or picture him in Buffalo, giving Josh Allen another elite target to complement Stephon Diggs. The possibilities are endless, and each scenario likely involves Miami getting a haul of draft picks that could reshape their future. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Dolphins could completely flip this narrative if they come out of the gates firing on all cylinders. Their Week 1 matchup against Indianapolis represents more than just another game. It's a statement opportunity. Win convincingly, and suddenly all this trade talk looks premature. Struggle, and the vultures start circling. The Colts game isn't just about X's and O's. It's about proving that the Hill-Tagovailoa connection can still produce magic when it matters. It's about showing that last season's disappointments were an aberration, not a trend. It's about buying Hill and this offense time to rediscover their championship aspirations. However, if Miami stumbles early, if the offense looks disjointed, if Hill appears to be going through the motions, then Walder's prediction starts looking less like speculation and more like prophecy. Front offices around the league will start making calls, and Miami might find themselves in a bidding war they never wanted to host. The harsh reality is that keeping an aging, expensive player on, a team that's clearly rebuilding, makes about as much sense as building a sandcastle during high tide. If the Dolphins are serious about their long-term future, they need to maximize Hill's trade value while they still can. This isn't about disrespecting what Hill has brought to Miami. He's been electric, game-changing, and everything they hoped for when they made that blockbuster trade. But championship windows are measured in seasons, not decades. And Miami's window with this current core might be slamming shut faster than anyone wants to admit. The next few weeks will tell us everything. We need to know about Miami's intentions and Hill's future. Will they double down on this roster construction and fight for relevance? Or will they acknowledge that sometimes the hardest decisions are the right ones? One thing's for certain. If Hill's name starts popping up in trade rumors again, don't. Dismiss it as off-season noise. In today's NFL, yesterday's heroes can become tomorrow's trade assets faster than you can say, rebuilding year. The clock is ticking on the Tyreek Hill era in Miami, and every snap, every target, every yard could be building toward an inevitable goodbye that nobody saw coming but everyone should have expected. What do you think, Dolphins fans? Is it time to cash in on Hill while his value is still sky high? Or should Miami ride or die with their lightning-fast weapon? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if you think this could be the trade that defines Miami's next decade.